And now for our final inductee into the Hall of Fame.
If not for Randolph High School basketball coach Tom Heskey, Bemidji State University might never have gotten an opportunity to induct Elizabeth Mulvihill into its Athletic Hall of Fame. Coach Heskey persuaded Elizabeth's parents that Elizabeth might have academic opportunities beyond high school if she were allowed to play basketball. After 11th grade, Elizabeth began getting letters from colleges. She chose Bemidji State because of head basketball coach Joan Campbell Anderson. She served as a co-captain in 1986-87 and 1987-88. During her career, she helped the BSU women's basketball team to an 83-30 overall record, 2 NSC championships, 3 trips to the NAIA District 13 playoffs, and a 1987 NAIA National Tournament appearance. The farm girl from Randolph suited up for a record 112 games at BSU. A 4-year starting post player, Elizabeth was BSU's leading rebounder from 1983 through 1986, and her career rebound total of 836 ranks 3rd overall in BSU women's basketball records. Elizabeth was ranked among the NAIA's best in field goal percentage during the 1985-86 season. She still ranks 3rd at BSU in career steals with 238 and 6th in scoring with 1,276 points. Her postseason basketball honors include all NSC in 1985-86 and 1986-87, all district in 1985-86, and all NSC academic in 1986-87 and 1987-88. Although Joan normally forbade her players from competing in other sports, she allowed Elizabeth to participate in track and field because she thought weightlifting would make Elizabeth stronger for basketball, and she recognized that Elizabeth had natural talent. Elizabeth became a 4-year track and field letter winner and a 2-time team captain in 1986-87 and 1987-88. She was a 3-time All-NSC pick and was a national qualifier in the shot put in 1985, 86, 87, and 88. She also qualified for the national meet in the javelin in 1986 and 1987. She placed 6th in 1986, 4th in 1987, and was NAIA and NCAA Division II national champion in the shot put in 1988. She set indoor records at both the NAIA and NCAA Division II meets, a mark of 51 feet, 9 1/4 inches, that ranks among the top 15 Division II throws of all time. Following her senior season, Elizabeth participated in the 1988 Olympic trials. Her track and field postseason accolades include all NSC in 1986, 87, and 88, NAIA All-America in 1986, 87, and 88, NCAA Division II All-America Award winner in 1988, an Academic All-America selection in 1987. Elizabeth earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Physical Education and Health Education. She earned a Master's of Education degree from the University of Minnesota in 1994 and taught and coached in Minneapolis schools for 16 years, despite all of her athletic honors and awards. Elizabeth says that the greatest reward has been how much the training and discipline of having been an athlete have helped her recover from Guillain-Barré syndrome. Elizabeth was 5 months pregnant with her daughter Zoe when she experienced paralysis and was diagnosed. Learning to walk again was a huge challenge. But Elizabeth was determined to do so before Zoe took her first steps. And she did. Steps Elizabeth is now taking with her partner, Lourdes Harris, as together they raise their children, Isabella, Emilio, and Zoe.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elizabeth Mulvihill. She's being escorted today by Hall of Fame member Sherry Hill.
Okay, I did. Thank you. Coach Anderson talked to me a few weeks back, and she said you have 5 minutes to speak. And anything over 5 minutes gets too long and just too sappy. So, Coach, we'll see if I can make it in the 5 minutes. And Lori, I did not put my speech at 24 font size, so I can stand up and pretend I'm not old enough to need reading glasses. So I better put my reading glasses on, which I just broke, so I hope that they stay together so I can get this read. All right. I do not stand up here alone today. I stand up here today with many people standing behind me in spirit and or otherwise. Yes, it is true that I worked really hard as a student athlete to be successful, but I did not get here alone. And I would like to thank a few people. I'd like to thank the Alumni Association who worked diligently to put this gathering together. There were many phone calls and emails that were made to make this event happen. Thank you. Congrats to David, to Brian, to Lori, to Coach Joan, and to the hockey teams. It's an honor to be inducted with you today. I would like to thank my parents who taught me lifelong lessons that contributed to my success as a student athlete. Some of those lessons were a strong work ethic, determination, responsibility to myself, finish what you start, and good genetics for athletics. I grew up on a farm with 9 children, and we were expected to work. I did not touch a shot put until my 11th grade in high school, and all I did was stand in a circle and launch the shot put out there. I had no coach, just launched it out there, and I took 4th in state that year. I joke that my success as a shot putter is from all those years of rock picking on the farm and picking up those boulders and shot putting them into the wagon. I did not touch a basketball until my 9th grade year. My parents were reluctant to let me go out because I was needed on the farm. I had a wonderful high school coach, Tom Heskey, who took me a long way in 4 years with myself, with my parents, and in my education to help prepare me for the opportunity of collegiate athletics. Thank you to my parents and Tom Heskey for your guidance. And then there was Joan Campbell Anderson, who came to that small town in Randolph, Minnesota, and recruited me. I had offers to go to other state universities, but I chose Bemidji State because I had a good feeling about Coach and I wanted to play for her. She believed in me. And what a good decision that was. I'd like to share a story about Coach. I was this young, scared freshman who came to Bemidji and became extremely homesick, like Lori. And I went into her office one day, the fall of my freshman year, and said, I want to go home. She listened to me, she supported me, and she encouraged me. And she made me promise her to stay until Christmas. And if I didn't like it by then, she said, you have my blessing to go home. I guess, Coach, you had enough wisdom to know that I had so much passion for the game. And once I got started with the season, there was no turning back. And there was no turning back. One thing I would like to share that I just realized recently is that little did I know then you would end up being a lifelong coach to us. You still are keeping us together after 30 years with your emails, gatherings, and check-ins, and put the little bug in our ear that we should be donating to the Alumni Association. What a gift to have you as a lifetime coach. Thank you. And Lori Peterson-Gross, who was a sophomore when I came in as a freshman. Lori, you were a leader to us freshmen. You made sure we got to classes on time, to study table, and to stay out of trouble. Well, although that may have been the blind leading the blind at times. We had fun, Lori, and you were a hell of a basketball player. Congratulations to you and Coach Joan. What an honor to be sharing this award with both of you today. I'd also like to thank my basketball teammates who are here today. Thank you for all of your support, great memories, and lifelong connections. We had so much playing together and socializing together, i.e. partying. I carry all of those great memories close to my heart. Also, thank you to Charlie O'Connor, who is here today, of a lifelong friendship and all of your support to me and my family. And thank you to Sherry Hill for coming back and escorting me today. You truly were my first throwing coach my freshman year. Finally, I had some coaching and throwing, and you are part of my success as well. And I would like to take this moment to thank the women and a few good men who fought and stood for equal opportunity for girls and women to help pass Title IX in 1972. Because of that legislation, it gave me a chance to participate as a female athlete, and what an impact that has had on my life. What did it mean to me to be a female athlete? I was recruited off the farm into a bigger world. It gave me the opportunity of a college education. And I believe to this day, if I had not received that athletic scholarship, I would not have gone to college. It gave me the opportunity to develop the skills of athleticism, such as competitiveness, follow-through, assertiveness, goal setting, achievement, determination, grit, strength, emotional, physical, social, teamwork, and individualism. All of these aspects I use today to help me be successful in my career, business, and in my personal relationships. I would like to share a personal story with you. The biggest athletic competition I have experienced in my life was to learn how to walk again in 2004. While I was pregnant with my daughter, I was diagnosed with a disease that left me a quadriplegic in a nursing home for months. During my recovery from the disease and physical and occupational therapy, I wanted to scream at my therapist, "I was an athlete!" I was distraught with the struggles of my situations and the challenges. And then I remembered. I went back to my days as an athlete, and I used those skills in my recovery. And I also had the muscle memory from my athletics that was important to my recovery. I climbed back into my life and into my daughter, Zoe's life as well, as I stand here today with you. I look back at those experiences, and I am so thankful and so grateful that I had the skills from my days as an athlete to help pull me through to the other side. And finally, what does it mean to stand up here today and to receive this honor? It allows me the occasion to share my story and my life lessons in hopes that I inspire others along their journeys. I get to reconnect and remember all the people who influenced me and are standing behind me today. And in closing, what means the most to me today is to stand up here with my family and to share my stories and honor with them. To my beautiful, beloved life partner, Lourdes, and to our beautiful, beloved children, Zoe, Isabella, and Emilio. I am so proud of us as a family and how we stand together and learn and grow from each other. I love you. Again, thank you to all of you who have made this honor a reality for me. Peace. My glass is held up.
Held up. You made it.
Congratulations. That's beautiful. What an honor.
Yes, indeed. What a group of people that is, huh? Let's give one last round of applause to the 2013 Hall of Fame newest inductees.